y'all doing? I had three interviews this morning for my Her School of Ministry. We're hiring new instructors and all of that good stuff. So it's exciting. It's here we grow again. Here we grow again. Let me get my notes up and then we're going to talk about this focus. I gotta get my focus back. Um, I've been sharing some revelation. I'm working on building teams all. Um, Thank you. That's right. I wake up winning. Um, Building teams that um, changing my ideology that I got to get the masses first, but we got to get teams first. So with that being said, I've been really strategic about aligning myself to the people that's necessary to bring the vision to pass. It was bigger than me on purpose. Hey Toya, hey Shonda, hey Brandon, it's bigger than me. Hey Wanda, it's bigger than me on purpose. I want you to say it's bigger than me on purpose. God has a purpose and a plan. Now, isn't it crazy that Jesus came and got a crew? And now whenever we try to attempt to do something in ministry, we try to do it as lone rangers. Um, and so in order for you to do that, you're going to have to redevelop your thinking to understand that I gotta duplicate myself. And when I duplicate myself, I'll get more accomplished. We have a baby shower at our church. My daughter's baby shower, right? She's having twins. And we had service last night, even though it was unexpected. The men at our church plan to come and transform the sanctuary on today. I'm sorry if any of y'all see it. They plan to transform the sanctuary on today. So that's what their plan was. But we had service last night. So you have 100 and something people that gathered for a last minute Ash Wednesday service that everybody could have brought a table in or moved a chair and it would have been done in 20 minutes as opposed to coming out another day. That's the type of thinking that we have to. Now, only a few of them will be able to go today. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? We gotta think covering more ground. We gotta think, hey, with more people we can get more accomplished as opposed to, well, us four normally do it anyway. Does that make sense? Hey, Africa's here. Love you. God bless. All right, so let's talk about how to reignite your passion. Passion is what emerges. It turns the possible into possible. In fact, if you don't have any passion in your life, you will become boring, dull, routine, monotonous. I'll go so far as to say, if you don't have passion in your life, you're not really living. You're existing. Many believers are just existing. You're not passionate about what you're called to do. I can be in a whole situation, but you give me a moment and I start doing what I'm purposed to do, you'll hear the passion come out. Blessings to you. All right. So Jesus said, my purpose is to give life and its fullness. That's John 10, rather. John 10 says, my purpose is to give life and life to the full. So if you're not living life to the full, are you really living? God wants us to live a fulfilling life. Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians 1:9, God, who got you started in this spiritual adventure, shares with us the life of his son and our master Jesus. He will never give up on you. Never forget that. So God's will for you is to live and lead an abundant life, right? It's not mundane, it's not boring, it's passion. So how do I rediscover and redefine my purpose? First of all, passion and purpose work together. They're not the same, but they work together. The more purpose driven you are, the more you know your purpose for both living and leading, the more passionate you become about your purpose. Purpose is the reason why you were created. Passion is the thing that fuels it. Purpose is the reason why you're created, and passion is the thing that fuels it. All right. So Brent Hobbs defines passion this way: passion is waking up in the morning, wherever you are, and getting out of bed because you know there's something out there that you love to do, that you believe that you're good at, and that you're specifically called to do. So it's getting up, deciding. I knew I had something to say today. I got other meetings today. I know I'm going to be just as powerful. I'm prepared. I'm purposeful and I'm passionate. Write that down. I'm prepared. I'm purposeful and I'm passionate. I'm prepared. I'm purposeful and I'm passionate. Now, we have to move away from giving God anything. Many of us treat God like, you ought to be glad I'm here. Okay, you take what you can get. You give your job your best hours. You give your job your best, intellect. You give all of this to everybody else. And when it comes to God, it's like it's whatever. So you're gonna have to understand that I have a purpose. I got to get prepared for that purpose, and I have to have the passion to fuel it. All right. So how do I reignite the passion? Now I want you to think about something you used to love to do and you just don't love to do it anymore. Part of the reason is we've taken it for granted. Some of you are preachers and teachers, used to love to preach and teach. Oh, I hope Pastor give me opportunity. And you get the opportunity and you will prepare for 2 weeks and you come out ready, you practice in the mirror and you doing all of that stuff. And then now it's like he always calling on me. It's like nobody else can do it. When did you get to the point where you felt like you're entitled to? When you understand that there's a call of God on your life, you're honored. It used to be I get to do Bible study this Wednesday. Now is I gotta do Bible study. How did you get from get to got to? Get to is when I'm appreciative that he chose me because I was trifling and the wretch undone and he still chose me. But gotta do it is like now you're doing God a favor. I gotta do like I'm the what what is really, really um a test of your anointing is when physically you may not feel like doing something and yet you show up anyway, and then in a matter of 5 minutes you kill it because your passion has fueled you. So that's where you are. So I'm going to talk about how to reignite your passion. My school, PM University, is about 12 years. I don't know how old it is. It's about 12 to 15 years old. I have to do the research, right? And I've been doing it a long time. So how do I keep it fresh? How do I go back in it? How do I get more people? Why are people joining? I got to keep it fresh. Some of you, just like, you redid your house in 1980 and it was hot. I mean, you had the vertical blinds, you had paneling, it was really hot. It was really nice. Well, if we go into that same house now that we once marveled at, the sponge walls, remember all of that was a big thing? And you do that or what about all the wallpaper? Oh my gosh, you went and you paid JC Penney's to come out and put that wallpaper up and it cost so much money only for 10 years later for you to for you to remove it because we don't do that no more. So there's possible that you were passionate about something once, but if you don't continue to refuel that passion, it will die down. It used to be hot, but we don't do that no more. So how do I do that with the same business or the same people and the same ministry and the same relationship? How do I do that? So here's what you need to do to reignite passion. Number one, you got to realign. Number one, realign your schedule. We need a balance. We need a work-life balance. If you don't have a work life, you need a balance between input and output. The Bible tells us that there's a rhythm to life. There's a time and a purpose for everything, a time to work, a time to rest, a time that. And a lot of times when you're submerged in ministry and business, who am I talking to? You become a workaholic and you're constantly just doing one thing. You're not following the rhythm. You're not following the rhythm. So you're all work. And that's why you get burnt out. Now you don't want to do no work. How many of you know what I'm talking about? You go from all work to wanting to do no work because you stopped having time for other things that serve you. All things need to serve you. My time for self-care, my time for pleasure for myself, and the time to take care of the things that I need to take care of, work time, ministry time, all of that. So I have to realign my schedule. If you are a workaholic and you just constantly moving, you're going to lose your passion very quickly. I know I'm right about it. So I gotta realign myself. God, what will you have me to do today? I have days when I go and I just kind of take care of my nails and just kind of. Yesterday, I left Ridiculous Faith. I had another meeting. I've having interviews and stuff all week, and then I just said, I need to step away from the computer. Do I have something to do? If you're an entrepreneur, you always have something to do. You always have. If you don't have nothing to do, you should be doing on social media, doing marketing. You should be doing another flyer. It's always something to do. But I had to step away from the computer. I didn't want to clean. But I just started kind of straightening up downstairs. Why? Because it just took my mind off. It gave me a time to realign and readjust my thinking. I thought about, okay, those are the emails I need to do. But I'm just wiping stuff down. But then you got to do a schedule change. Like, what are you going to do? What can you do to make this balance easier? What can you do? So I got to realign my schedule. The second thing I have to do, hey Pam, I got to nourish my soul. Many people put out, you put out, you put out, you put out, but you never fill up. That's like driving a car but never getting gas. So many leaders, so many entrepreneurs, you're hustling every day. I'm hustling, hustling. You just always putting out, always putting out, always putting out. But when do you feed your soul? Romans 12:11 in the Amplified says, never lag in zeal, in earnest endeavor, be aglow and burning with the Spirit, serving the Lord. So I got to feel it back up. I'm used to empowering people all the time, but how do I get empowered? Find you something that works for you that gets you hype. Get you a theme song that when you hear it, you like, okay, I'm getting ready to kill it. I'm getting ready to crush it. Decide, decide. Decide I'm a nourish my soul. I'm a feed my faith. You're giving out stuff all the time, but what are you getting back? Spend time. How do I do that? Your inner passion. Number three is sharing your faith. It's something about sharing what you believe God told you to do with other people. It renews your personality. You glow. You ever start talking about stuff and you just start getting hyped and excited because that's your thing? Find your thing. Find your thing to share with others that gets you excited. You ever been in a conversation with a person and you start cracking up? I mean, just laughing like, oh my God. And they like, what? And they cracking up with you. They don't know what you're laughing at, but they cracking up. Why? Because you have a contagious enthusiasm. When you have a contagious enthusiasm, people can't help but to get excited. Listen to this. People can't help but get excited to what you're ignited about. Fire catches on. Fire catches on. When you're excited about something, you're like, girl, let me tell you, their response is what? I level up my output and then you'll level up your expectation. So how our share matters. Many people be like, well, people didn't sign up for my thing because you're not hyped about it. How you selling something and you can't get excited about it? You being humble, there's no nobody coming. Because it's he who is humble, I know the Lord will exalt. He told you to go into the world and make disciples. And make disciples. You got to convince people they need what you have. Are you willing to convince them? You got the goods, but are you willing to convince people? See, many times it's our arrogance. It's our arrogance that doesn't want to. You know what? I'll tell you this. One of the biggest downfalls in my business was not to sell. If I get a conversation with you, I'm like, all you gotta do is this. Let me help you. Let me, and that's it. My several challenges. One of the challenges with me is if people didn't sign up right away, is follow up because it was an arrogance like you need me, and if you don't know you need me, then forget you then. And God is like, seriously, that's what I told you to do. You know what I mean? Go and make disciples. So that was the one thing. And then the people who were on the fence, another challenge I had in my business, I'm talking about me, is that follow up. If they want me, they'll come. And then sometimes you just need to go one more round with a person. Am I helping you? You just need to go one more round with a person and say, hey, listen, we talked the other day, and I just want to know where are you with that? Like I can help you. Don't shrink back. Will you sell it? Will you sell it? So what do I have to do? Um, I got to plan, do, revise, and review. Somebody write that down. Plan, do, revise, and review. I got to plan it. I got to do what I planned. I got to revise the plan and I got to review. And it's just over and over and over again. Plan. I got to do what I planned. Then revise it, tweak it, review it, and then just the circle and cycle is all over again. Plan it. If you're going to live in the future, you might as well live in the future that you planned. Plan, plan. You say, I want to have a conference this year. What's the date you want to have a conference? Some of y'all so deep. Just choose a month and choose a date and stick with it. Look at me. I'm talking to somebody. I know y'all. I know I am. Then you got to write everything that you need to do. Write the vision, make it plain. Go to some conferences. Can I walk you through it? Go through some conferences and look at all the stuff you liked. Oh, I really loved how they did that. Oh, I don't like that. I won't do that. And you research and investigate. So you plan, then write out your to-do list, and then you do it. Don't procrastinate. It's a year from now, but it ain't always gonna be a year from now. So you write out all the things you want to do. Then you revise it, like, you know what, I can do this better. Oh, I never thought about that. You review it and revise it, and then you do it again. Plan, do, review, revise, and that's how you do every project. Let's talk now. We talked about reigniting passion. Let's talk about how to reassess something. To reassess something means to reevaluate. The idea of having someone evaluate you as a leader or as a business owner is frightening and intimidating. You like, nah, I don't want to. You know what I mean? Sometimes, if you have a modicum of success, you will skip this process. There's always a better way, huh? There's always a better way. We can settle into mediocrity in the guise of, I'm just, this is the way God told you to. It's the way God told you to do it in 1973, not in 2023. The method must change. The message doesn't change. The method must change. So you have to reassess. If you don't reassess, you will become a relic of the past. If you don't reassess, you will keep rehearsing, teach pastor, you will keep rehearsing your past resume. Your past resume. Some of you celebrating stuff. Yeah, because I had an amazing conference in 2001. And girl, that was 22 years ago. Things have changed. Go back. And sometimes you can listen to this, revitalize and revive some things that you did before, but you just have to go back and do it another way. What worked? When I did something, something worked. When I didn't do it, it didn't. Like, you have to look at that. All right? Come on, y'all. We got to reevaluate. We got to reevaluate. How effective was I? I gotta look at it again. Look at it again. If you keep doing stuff and never look at it, if you ever having a performance, or if you're giving a speech, or if you're ever preaching and you never go back and look at the tapes, you cocky for real. Or either it was real bad. You need to go back. Was it good to you? What could you do better? Even if it was great, what can you do better? I took too long on that point. I went off, didn't come back to my point. I didn't finish my thought. Can you critique you? Can you look at what you've done? Some of you be like, and I taught, and I was, you so full of yourself. We're not gonna get perfect until we seek him. But there's always something we can do better. I gotta reassess it. I gotta reassess. Many times we can think about all the things that we did right and other people did wrong, and that's why it ain't growing, and that's why. No, no. If you're the leader, you get the blame and the credit. So if something didn't work, ultimately it's my fault. I don't like it no more than you do, but it's the truth. Reassess. All right. The next one is reactivate. Reactivate means to render active again. It means to revive active or functional, or make functional. So there's some things you used to do in your ministry or business, that provided the foundation of who you are, and some of those things need to be revived. It's time to reactivate. So I'm going to give you 7 powerful turnaround strategies to revive or reactivate a business or ministry. All right. Um, the health of your business or ministry is not guaranteed forever. It just isn't. We all face the daunting task of managing and recovery. All right, some of you have businesses and you have clients that just, life happened. They're not signing up with you because you weren't good or that the program wasn't good. But can you go back and get an old customer? Or are you too arrogant to do that? Well, I mean, they left and they didn't. No, can you go back? Can you go back and get an old member? Can you have, let me just share with you, some of you um need to have a homecoming. Do you know the devil whoops their tail when they leave your church and your ministry? And if you act like you don't care, you fortify the mindset that the devil put in there anyway. See, they didn't care about you no way. Call that person back. Don't make it about you. Jesus made himself of no reputation. If they don't answer, they don't answer. If they don't respond, they don't respond. Don't do a good deed and then go on Facebook like some people you try to go with. Let it like literally let God have his way. Reactivate. How do I reactivate some things? Number one, we said reevaluation is the treat to treat an ailment, we need to diagnose the patient. So we gotta triage you. Reevaluate the situation. What happened with the relationship? What happened in the first place? What started the membership to go down? What started people not signing up? What happened? Let's look at what happened. Was I more active on social media before? Was I more active doing lives? And that's when people were signing up. You got to look at the pulse of your business and talk about. I know for me, when I start going hard with posts about any particular subject, then people will start, whatever, signing up and things like that. So when I don't do it and they don't sign up, what do I need to do? Go back to making a post. You understand what I mean? Like, so a lot of times we keep trying to reinvent what worked. When you do this works. When you stop eating all them carbs and started working out at the gym, you first started losing inches. Then other people like, I could tell right here. Just go. You got to do an assessment. Where did I go off? So that's what I have to do to turn around. I got to reevaluate. You had a church and you had 100 members. Now you have 50. What happened? Something happened. That if you're not being fruitful and multiply, I got to look at it. Did I allow leaders to get too comfortable? Did I make it all about me? And then when pastors going out of town and fulfilling that prophetic and apostolic call in their life, they don't come to church. Like what happened? Let's look at it. I know it's painful because, I have 3 schools and I love when they're like booming and there's hundreds of people in each school. But every month I do an evaluation to see what is it called? Attrition. During the pandemic, we had no attrition. We lost no student. People had less money and we lost no student. So I got to think, but I was pumping out content every single week. I was pumping out, what was I doing to stimulate growth and success? You go back to that. Number 2, then I have to have a strategy. Now, I want to say this, the goal that you have is an insult to God. The goals that you have are an insult to God. If you don't have a goal where it's like, it ain't going to get done unless God do it, then you ain't pleasing God. If you can figure this thing out by yourself. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have a strategy, but it's a God-sized strategy. And that you're going to need God. I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your help to do it. Strategy. What is the purpose of your business or ministry? I want you to write that down right now. Like, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of it? So when you get back to its purpose, let's say, for example, your ministry was an evangelism thrust. You started out giving stuff away and people would come to service and you was clothing the naked and you were having a drive and oh, I got some creative ways for evangelism ministry. I can't wait to do my seminar on evangelism. One of the ways is you can have people partner and give $10 and you can, if you want to do like a college weekend or something like that and serve good home cooked food to the college students, you'll get 20, 30, rent a van, get 20, 30 people from the college to come and to your ministry. You can have pancakes in the morning, like before service. Are y'all taking notes? You could have pancakes like them, and they really good. It sounds nasty, but they really good. They got these chocolate chip pancakes from Walmart. They come in a big stack, and you can get sausage. College kids don't care at all. You can make sausages and all of that stuff, and make your grits. And they have a breakfast before. Then they come and you have church or whatever, and they smell the chicken. Do, 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 do. They smell it during service and they have a home cooked meal afterwards and to go. That's an inexpensive way to do marketing to get young people at the church, right? Then what you do is give them something. One of the things we gave away some years ago is laundry gift bags. They had Tide in it. They had a roll of quarters. They had, and you get your partners to just donate. And when you donate, it'll donate one bag for the kids. Another thing I did for evangelism, those of you who are my members, I remember this. We gave a free bag of groceries away every week in the summer. And some of you are like, why? Y'all had a lot of money to do that. Nope. No, we didn't. All we did was we went to this place called the not the farmers market. Where did we go? It was called Produce Junction. They have food that they have to give away. It's not bad food. It's just can't the shelf life of it or what they are supposed to do with it um, is a certain amount of time. So what they would do is when a day before that they would give us a bunch of produce and all we did was add some funds to it and add the bread and all. So we were giving away gross. How many of you know that people was coming and it was packed? Because you were giving, and we would make them sit through the service and they would have a good time. And some people gave their lives to the Lord, and some people joined the ministry. Some people are still part of the ministry to this day. He said, I love Produce Junction. You see what I'm saying? That somebody say strategy. What out of the box strategy can you use to grow? You can grow. God wouldn't tell you to grow if you couldn't grow. Everybody say strategy. You want to grow your church, you want to grow your business by 100 people. All you need is 10 different ways to get 10 people. Okay, I need 10 stay-at-home moms. I need 10, and I would literally target that a day. Hey, I need to talk to 10 stay-at-home moms. I'm tired of being in this situation. I need to talk to 10 wives. I need to talk to 10 entrepreneurs, 10 authors, 10 times 10 is 100. Decide. Decide. I will venture to say that you're not growing because you don't want to. Because I'm giving you strategy to work. Number one is reevaluate. Number two is strategy. Number three is people. Are the right people around you? Are the right people in places that are strategic? Many times you ask for help, but you won't train your help. Here's what I do with all of my staff people. Because I am creative, I say, if I were doing your job, here's how I would do it. And I think about it from the beginning to end. And I say, okay, I would do this, 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 and this. Set some expectation. Now they can always overdo it and surprise me, but I'm at least give them what to do and make sure they're the right people around me. Sometimes you have the right people in the wrong places. That person who's a great behind the scenes person but don't know how to talk to people, they should not be your customer service. Okay. They should not be your greeter ministry. Okay. You sit her in the back while she's making the care packages and stuff. Let sister such and such be back there. You can't have it with the kids, pinching the kids and stuff. So you can have the right people in the wrong. And a lot of times we just want help, but we have not prayed and asked the Lord. Now, listen, as a believer, and y'all gonna probably think this is strange, even as a kingdom employer, I'm gonna make spiritual gifts assessments mandatory. I'm gonna make spiritual gift assessment mandatory. I don't want to just place you where you can be. I want to place you where you're purposed to be. It sounds like somebody need to have some leadership meetings. Sound like some of y'all need to have some staff meetings. Bring them together. Why do I bring my staff together once a year? One, to keep camaraderie, because it's harder for people to leave a place that they call family. So camaraderie is big. Relationships are important. That's why gangs get people to join them because it's all about inclusion. It's all about belonging. Um, and so we bring them together for that. We have relationship building exercises. They have assignments. They have time to hear my voice on a consistent basis. They don't get to talk to me often. I have people that's under me. Dr. Melissa is my executive assistant, so she handles a lot of things. And Siobhan is over her school of ministry. They don't get to talk to me often. But the only way that I can be at the helm of this organization is I have to gather them together to listen to my voice. We don't typically bring a whole bunch of people into our retreat. Why? Because they need to hear from me. Where are we going? Do you understand? And it doesn't take now we've spent thousands of dollars for our retreat. You may not have that right now. Work with what you got, sis. You better get an Airbnb. Let me tell you what I would do. Get an Airbnb, and they don't have to be paid staff. Even the volunteers, your aunt, your cousin, your daughter, who said that they would help, take them somewhere. Say, you know what? That's how you get them focused. That's how you get them to be more professional. That's how you get them to be more active. Take them somewhere. You go on Airbnb and you find something for $100, $200, and it's a rooftop, and it's going to be a weekend, or it's a mansion, and it got a pool and all that kind of stuff. Say, I'm taking y'all away. All expenses on me. Now it might be wings and pizza, but that's not the point. You all expenses on me, and you take them there and say, okay, and give them and mess them up, right? Give them. They think they just coming to kick it, and tell them, listen, no, we're coming for a retreat. We're going to learn how we're going to build and grow this organization, and then you hit them with a bam, hit them with a folder. The folder is the schedule of things. So Thursday night, we're going to come in. We're going to have our first session at 7 p.m. And do you understand what I'm saying? And then you go and you stand in the middle of that living room and say, are y'all ready to make a difference? You sell it to your team first. Sell it to them. Coach them. And here's what you're going to do. I'm married, you're going to run to this, and cousin such and such, you're going to do this. And now they're getting excited because everybody wants to be a part of something that's bigger than them. My daughter did it. When I took my staff on a all expense paid retreat, she took her mentoring group on an all expense paid retreat. They were those kids were so happy to be in that house, and they was acting grown. Decide. You can do something bigger than what you're doing. Just ask God for the creativity or the strategy to do it. All right. So number one is reevaluate your situation. Number two is strategy. Number three is the right people in the right places. Okay. And then, but let me just say something else about people. Stop taking anything. I'm tired of, at first, when I first started her, I was just like anybody who want to be a part. Now you go through 3 interviews to be a part of her. You go to 3 interviews. You got Melissa and Siobhan, and then you got me. Why? Because I'm tired of any way you bless me. No, if I can make my request known unto God and man, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm not taking what I used to take anymore. It's something about turning 50. It's I'm not dealing with certain things anymore. I don't have to. So you're gonna have to be more discriminatory about the people that you allow in your life and in circle. You're not gonna give me anything. I don't want just willing. I need, hey Lena, I need willing and able. Right? When you first start the ministry, you like sister such and such. Can you take children's church? You don't know nothing about her skill set. Can such and such? Can you do this? And so now, when you get a little more mature and you really want to do next level and excellent ministry, it's about what your skill set is, and then evaluate. So our teachers get an evaluation every module, and we go over it. We pull the tapes. You know how you hear on customer service videos that this call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes? We tape every class in her. And we have 13 classes. We tape every class, and we take time to go back and do quality control. How are you having a ministry and you don't have people, you don't have secret shoppers? You need to have some secret shoppers. Have your cousin come visit the ministry from beginning to end and do a real evaluation on the ministry. Okay, I wasn't greeted within 5 minutes. I wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know. Listen, everybody had good with the pastor around. Hey, thanks, Monica. Hey, everything looked great to me. It looked good to me. Everybody on their best behavior when I'm walking through. But what's the real experience? Are people around you allowed to tell the truth? Or are you going to beat them up if they do? See, a lot of times we want feedback, but we try to lead the feedback. You don't want true feedback because then it's going to hurt your ego and your feelings. Time? When people leave her, we have an exit interview. Some of you like, bye. I gave you an opportunity and we tried to help you and you get mad when the folk want to leave. No, why? Was it life? Life was hectic for them. We try to go back and coach them back and say, listen, life will never get easy. So you think putting ministry or purpose on pause is going to help your life? And some of them come back and they like, you know what, you're right. I just thank you for not giving us the easy way out. Or thank you for not. And then other people like, I just gotta not do it right now. And it's okay. It's not, it has nothing to do with us. But then others may have said, listen, I took this class, I took that class, and I just didn't feel like it was where I needed to be. And what that's another situation. And you gotta look at it. All right. So number one is evaluate the situation. Number two is strategy. Number three is people. Number four is either your members or your clients. Are they satisfied? Do they know, like, or trust your brand? And are you targeting the right people? Sometimes one tweak will change your business because you're throwing a wide net out there and you don't have a niche. If you have a niche, let me tell you something. All you have to do is hone in on that niche. If you're really called to empower young people, stop trying to empower everybody. Be centered in on young people. If you're empowered to call, if you're empowered to if you're called to empower children, then just do children. Don't try to do a wide net if that's not your assignment. You can get, and people like, but I'm gonna pay the bills easily. Do you understand? You don't think I can show you how to have a children's empire? What are you talking about? Remember the Cheetah Girls and stuff back in the day and all of that stuff? The Olsen twins, they were filthy rich, millions of dollars. Why? No, the kids in their demographic didn't have money, but their mamas did. You create a whole children's empire, children's curriculum. I got my new children's book. I don't think I have it right here. My new children's book, a whole empire, whole curriculum that other churches. Do you know how many small churches there are in America? They have children's church, but all they got is some people just trying to do the best they can with what they have. What if you targeted those places? Try to talk to 10 a day and get your curriculum there. It was only $99 and you do all of the curriculum for the month. You get the first 10 people. That's $1,000 that you're making. And everybody, all you do is your staff and team put together the curriculum for Children's Church and they get the downloadable worksheets. And there, I'm giving away too much stuff right now. The downloadable worksheets and downloadable things and the songs. And you do a video just like this. Hi, this is Pastor Monica. This is our monthly lessons. Come on, leaders, we got it. Da 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 da. It starts with the children. Are you ready? Let's do a great job. Is 19, listen, and that's not all of them. It's over 19,000 cities in the United States. What if you only targeted 100 and you got 10 in each 100? Now you got yourself, listen to this, in 100 largest cities, right? Now you got 1,000 people that's giving you $99. Is that 100 grand a month? All you got to do is come up with a lesson and disseminate it to these people. You can have a whole staff doing this. Then you can have a big children's conference. Oh, y'all don't want to, okay, y'all don't want to talk to me like that. Okay, no problem. We didn't even get into the products, the cards, the what happened to VeggieTales? Well, I don't know if they have anything that's replaced, but now you can have your own app and then you can have your own and then your own and then your own. Then you can start a virtual vacation Bible school. I'm giving away too many ideas. I feel it, Tamana. I'm just trying to show you that whatever your assignment is, there's an empire attached to it. And I have a gazillion ideas where this came from. So this is but do y'all get what I'm saying? I don't have stop it, mother. That I don't have to be dibbling and dabbling in something that's not my oil simply because it looks attractive. Right? I can take my assignment and utilize the coaching that I'm getting and just apply it to my assignment. Am I making sense anymore? Okay. All right. So then you have reevaluate 7 steps to turn around. Reevaluate, 2, strategy, 3, right people. Number 4, your clients, right? Number 5, products. Are you offering innovative products and services? Can listen to this. Can you use technology better? Reduce costs and improve advantages. What's the product? I mean, we just used a children's ministry as it. We got a whole curriculum. You got books. You got workbooks, you got greens, beans, tomatoes, you name it. You got conferences, you got retreats, you got boot camps for the workers. Come on, campaigns. You could have a whole division for your company that just talks about fundraisers for churches for children, like that, so that the churches can benefit and make money. Do you understand what I'm saying? Come on. So this is come on, y'all. Like, what products can you come out with in your niche that you can be excited about? All right. And then the process, are systems in place? Many of you want growth, but do you have the right systems to grow? Do you have the right systems to grow? You got to put the right systems in place. If you don't have a firm foundation and strong infrastructure, then you don't have the right systems to grow. You need systems. What happens when people join your ministry? From the point goal to the end. We always say from parking lot to parking lot, from meaning from the time they come to the church through the parking lot to the time they leave from the parking lot. What is the experience? You need to go through the flow. See, many of us, let me just talk about ministry real quick. You go through the back door. Listen, you go through the back door. So you got your own parking space and pastor coming in the back, pastor's coming in, the eagle has landed. And you go right in your office or the green room and you go and prepare for ministry. And then before service is over, you go right back out and then you're back through you don't know the experience of the parking lot. You know what you told them to do, but are they doing it? You need to go through the front sometimes. I go through the front all the time. I want to see what's happening. How are we greeting people? What's going on? So that's how you have to do in your business. Log out of the back end of the website and see what your visitors see. If I was ordering something, I go through it all the time with Christine. I'm like, log out and let's go to the website and let's try to order the bag and see what happens. What's the process? We see something. Oh, that message popped up. How did that message pop up? How can we fix that? Okay, we got to go on the back end and we got to fix that. I don't want them to say that. I don't want them to see that. What happens when we call? You understand what I'm saying? Like this is next level stuff. Y'all want me to I can preach, pray, and prophesy, but right now I'm trying to help you improve your systems. What's the system? What's the system? How do people get in contact with you? Right? You got a website, but do you have a email that is curtailed to your website? Because that looks more professional. Now you can have a Gmail, that's fine too. But you can also have a Gmail suite. So if you have I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Children's, since we talking about children, childrensministry.com, which is probably not available. But the point is, if you that's what you have, then you should have Monica at childrensministry.com, Lisa at childrensministry.com. Let's take it up to the next level. 1-800-Children's. Now we got an 800 number that when they call to speak to any one of our staff, we have an 800 number. We have a website. Some of y'all been in business forever. And I'm like, what's your website? That's when y'all start making a bunch of excuses. Well, I had a website and I didn't update it. You got stuff on there from 2013 events. Like, what are we doing? Why? Why? All right. So processes and systems. I'm telling you, let me tell you something, and I didn't do it yet. So I'm preaching to myself. I did not do it yet. I took the How to Be a Wife Academy to an expo. Everybody was so enamored with our school. We just a whole school full of adults looking like elementary school students because we all walking through the line, and I'm like, "We're come on, girls," and we're all one school, and people were like intrigued by it. And they were asking us questions. My kid was there, right? And every booth and every vendor that we went to, and we said, "We're a school." We had so much power because there's a power in numbers. So I said, we have a number of ladies who are brides or becoming brides, and some went and had evaluations for their boudoir photo shoot, and some had um, fittings for dresses and stuff like that. And they want to know me. Why? Because if you have a school for wives or soon to be wives, then we want to get to know you. So people were very intrigued. Now, every vendor that we came in contact with did not ask me for a business card. Some of them did. Every vendor that we came in contact with did not even ask for my website. Some did. Guess what they asked for? I'm going to let you guess. Guess what they asked for? Guess what they asked for? They asked for my Instagram. I'm like, Oh, well, I have a personal in I went through 10 times explaining to people that I had a personal Instagram, but did not have an Instagram for an institution that I said was so amazing. So obviously, we need to get an Instagram. See, business changed. Business changed. Before you just whip out of our, here we go. Now it's a QR code. What systems to make your life easier are you not utilizing? Now we have a conference. My conference used to have a bunch of papers and a bunch of sign up. You go to this table to sign up for Pastor Monica's new class. You go to this table to sign up for PM University. You go to this table to sign up. Now you go to our conference, you get a card, and all the card has is all the QR codes. For all you do is scan it, and it leads you to wherever you want to go. But you can have that too. Come on, y'all. So we have to decide that we want to develop, decide to do something different. Your business card could be a QR code. All right. So we are the systems in place. And let me just say this, you need somebody to handle your business, okay? Especially if you're a speaker and money and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to seem like the bad person, but yet you keep getting ran over. Then get somebody else to do it, and you can act innocent, like, oh my God, I don't know. You can talk to Lisa. Lisa handles that. Listen, I'm not, because you're gonna go back on it. You're gonna go back, and if they come to you with a song and a dance, you're gonna accept it. But Lisa's been trained. Lisa's been taught to say, well, that's not what we agreed, and so is I'll wait. You can fix the chat because that's not. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. The next one is finance. Are you competitive and profitable? Now, many of you start and you start offering so many things at so cheap of a rate without a strategy. There's a strategy for free. There's a strategy for something being inexpensive. There is a strategy for it. But many of you don't have a strategy for it. Many of you are just starting there because you're afraid that nobody else will pay for it. Nobody will pay your price. So you offer it low and people still don't sign up. Why? Because now they don't trust the value. You're gonna do all of that for $10? I don't trust it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so something's wrong with it. So you have to get your business up to where people trust and you can charge competitive and profitable prices. I have a new handbag line. I have a new shoe line. I was never trying to compete with the $30 brand from Target. That's just not my brand. That's not my brand. If I wear luxury, then everything I offer is luxury. And so I'm not trying to be the cheapest. I want to be the best, but I'm not trying to be the cheapest. And if people say, "Oh, I don't pay that much for a bag," then don't come to my website because that's what you're gonna get. Now he's crazy. You'll pay that for Telfar, you'll pay that for, but now you got a brand of somebody you know and you won't get it. You got Coach on, you don't know them. You understand what I mean? Like literally, when somebody stop you and say, "Oh my God, that bag. Oh, it says her. That's hot. Where did you get that from?" And you can say, "No, that's like my mentor. Like I know her. I know the designer." You can. That's a whole nother. And not only is it a black brand, but it's a Kingdom brand. What? It's a no brainer for me. But if people don't support, most of the people that have purchased my things so far is people that no, some people that I know, but not the closest people to me. I'm not trying to be smart, but when I came up with my own brand, when I came up with my own children's book and people got kids and grandkids and didn't buy the book, I'm confused. You know a child, you know somebody that could benefit, even if you buy it for yourself. One of my sons in the ministry bought the book yesterday and said, what first lady you know got their own shoe line, own, sneaker line, own clothing line, and their own shoe. Now he does have a small child, but I'm just saying he would have bought it anyway. I'm just listen, I'm just putting it out there. So competitive and profitable your finances. Now I'm going to go through a whole campaign now that the books are in to say, hey, I need you to support me. I'm trying to sell 1,000 books. And even people who don't have children, I want to sell 1,000 books. Can y'all help me listen? I want to sell 1,000 books so that I can go to some disadvantaged or disenfranchised communities and give them away for free to the children. The books still got to be paid for. They just don't have to be paid for by them, to go to some of the rec centers and shelters and start reading with them and having the kids. My kid Write that down and send it to Christina so I can go to some of the daycares and have some time. I know enough people with daycares to say, hey, can I come in and can I read to your children? Can I teach them how to say affirmations and say, you are what you say, right? Yes, Miss Monica. All the kids just always screaming. All right, I am helpful. Come on, repeat after me. I am helpful. I am helpful. And, and then give them some coloring books. People around the world could have financed it, but I'm getting ready to. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. But I gotta have a strategy for it. Why would I put out there? I want 1,000 is a lot, PM. So what? So what? I say 1,000 and 10 people buy it today. I'm like 990 to go, and you'll watch it go down. 887 to go, 642 to go, 422 to go, 200 and all I got to do is have a strategy for it. 1,000 seems like a lot, but 25 different ways to sell 40 of the books is not. So daycares, churches, bookstores, shelters. Come on. For you to keep trying to do this and not make no money is really unnecessary. I feel like the old hymnology is, oh, what needless pains we bear. That's a needless pain. God never required purpose for you to exchange purpose with poverty. You don't have to do that. That's not the cost of ministry. Poverty. So you should plan to do better than you've done last year. You should plan to do better than you've done last month. Make sure you do a video when you present. Oh, now you are. Oh, you may not know, Lynetta. Listen, everything is always recorded. It didn't happen unless you recorded. That's how I used to feel when I was all into fitness. Don't do that, y'all. When I was into fitness, if I didn't have on my Fitbit, what's the point? If we didn't record these steps, I ain't making them. It's really not two schools by 500. Come on, y'all. I mean, that's it. That's it. So we can decide to be successful. Say I made a decision. I want to know who's this decision day that I made a decision to be successful, but I have to refocus. I have to reassess. I have to reignite. I have to refuel. I have to feed the dream. What would happen if this dream actually manifested? Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about something that y'all think is not spiritual, but I'm going to talk about how to rebrand yourself. Some of you, you got a powerful message. You just need to rebrand. I'm going to give you the 7 steps to rebrand. Rebrand yourself. I'm the celebrity of my brand. People say, why you put your picture on the coloring book? Because who better to be on it than me? Especially the little kids that love me and know me, they be like, that's P Mim. That's how Milan say it. That's P Mim. She's excited. I said, video her response when she sees not just a figure on the book, but a figure that she knows. Like, how amazing is that? Things become possible for her. I took the advice and I took the steps and set a date. Now just keep up with it. Right? So tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about how to rebrand yourself. You can't get more than $100 for something because that's your brand. If you rebrand, you can charge $1,000 for it. This is going to be good. I'm going to talk to you about how to be an anchor to a bigger story. I'm going to show you how to discover your why. I'm going to show you how to get influencers on the bus. I'm going to show you how to leverage influencers. I'm going to show. Listen. You got to join me tomorrow. Rebrand yourself. Rebrand. It's going to be a prophetic Friday to remember because I'm going to show you how to rebrand. Brand yourself differently. Some of you, even in ministry, people don't want to follow you because you make Jesus look bad. Every other day you're going through, you post stuff on social media that's crazy. Thank you. Thank you. Pastor Deirdre said, I donated one, but praise God. Thank you so much. Like, let's make a difference that cannot be erased. All right. I know this broadcast was a little different, but I can't just preach and teach and get you excited without giving you strategy. I can't just preach and teach without giving you the how-tos. If you don't know the how-tos of how to make this stuff happen, you will be excited and still broke. You'll be excited and still a secret. I don't want that for you. I want more for you. So I love you guys. So let's sow. Let's sow. We don't sow based on feelings. We sow based on what we believe. We understand um, that we have a right to some things, and our seed opens up untapped potential. Our seed is pre-programmed to produce a harvest, and so we sow. All right. So Talana put the ways to give, which is Cash App is PM Global One, PayPal is PM at PastorMonica.com, Zelle is Lady M Haskell at AOL.com. I wish I had it right here. Um, my Kia saw her mini mogul bag yesterday. It's so super cute, so stinking cute. So she was holding it for me. She was walking around posing, and she was not letting. She's like, "Oh, don't touch my bag." Oh my God, the bag is the my Kia. The bag makes people extra. Like, okay, when you buy her bag, it comes infused with extraness. So you become extra with extra on top. If you were always extra, now you extra with extra on top. All right, y'all stay right here. Y'all give because I'm gonna go get the bag because I want y'all to see it. Okay, I want y'all to see my new handbag. I figured I figured I'd show it all. This is my duffel. Look at my duffel. Look at my duffel. Look at my duffel. And in the duffel, my new children's book. Look at this. Oh my God. Look. Um, it is so amazing. Did y'all sew? Did y'all so you don't listen. Y'all got good groceries this morning. Sow a seed. All right. Look at this, my children's book. Now, the thing that's so unique about this children's book is that it goes through the alphabet. And guess what? My spiritual daughter took it last night and she's translating it in Spanish. So it's going to be in Spanish as well. So K is for kind. And then it has a scripture. It has a scripture. Ephesians 4:32, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ, God forgave you. So that's the scripture. And here's the affirmation with it. It says, I have a good heart. I treat other people the way I would like to be treated. I look for ways to help people all the time. I really like it when other people around me are cared for. I am kind. Right? So R, radiant. I am radiant. Now, Psalm 34 and 5. Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. So everything is based on the word of God. We're not teaching them just to have the power of positive thinking. But here's the faith confession that goes with it. Everywhere I go, my light shines. Everything gets brighter when I come around. With my light, I get rid of darkness. I am radiant. Look. So my new coloring book, all these gifts came yesterday. So I got my new coloring book. It's a letter to the parents talking about, y'all go there right now and buy a book, please. It's y'all see that this book belongs to. Then it's a letter to the parents explaining to them how words matter, And so this is my new. I'm so excited about that. So this is my duffel bag. I feel like QVC right now. This is the her bag. I love it. It's so spacious. But this is the new baby. Look at this. It is the her mini mogul. It's not super big, but it's big enough to hold your wallet. It's big enough to hold your phone. It's big enough to hold, all kinds of stuff. It has her on the front, on the side, on the other side, in the back. It's her everywhere. And so I designed this bag. Now I want you to think of what it is. Everywhere on this bag is her. So my thing is to promote women and young ladies to understand we as women, we could be everywhere. Oh, y'all don't get it, right? We're in ministry, we're in politics, we're in science, we're in medicine, we're in law. Her is everywhere. I love this bag. This is a cute day night purse. It's a cute little, I want to be. And it has a gold little, it has a gold clasp to keep it closed. Look like that. I feel like Tabitha Brown, like such and like that. And then it has a satin. It has a satin lining. It has a pocket for your cell phone, and it has then a zipper thing for you to do it. It feels good to the touch. Thank you, Makia. You better. It's the hardware is nice. It has the little darts and the gold things. It's well made. Look at it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Her. It's all about her. So with that, and the book bags should come today. When you, my kid, when you see the book bag. So the book bag is made the same as the duffel. So I got a book bag coming. I have this. Let's see what else is coming. Um, I have the money bag in nude coming, and I have some more black money bags coming. So I love it, y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting me. But this is what you're sewing into. I'm making moves. All right. The other thing I want to talk to you about is Empowerathon is next Tuesday. I have friends, family, mentors, mentees coming in. We're raising money for our television network. Y'all know, like a good telethon, it's gonna be awesome, and it's going to be people from around the world, empowering people from around the world. So I'm excited. Now I'm torn. Just get them all right. Collection. Um, and so I love you guys so much. I do. I have so much more to come. But my assignment in the body of Christ is not for me to just be on display and showcase, but to help other people. And so I got a movement that I started, and you're going to hear more about. It's called Preach Her. It's to get the preaching woman to the world. It's to get the preaching woman to the world. So I love you guys so much. Thank y'all. Go right now. ispeakworldwide.com/coloring book. ispeakworldwide.com/coloring book. Purchase a coloring book. You got a grandchild. This is not just for girls. Just you got a grandson. You got it's for younger kids. The younger kids, you let them scribble on the coloring pages and read this to them. The older kids, you let them read and recite it for themselves. So it's a book for all ages, and so it's just powerful. So thank y'all so much for your support. ispeakworldwide.com/coloring book. Purchase these books. And so, all right. Thank y'all so much. I love you. Talk to you soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all can't miss tomorrow. I'm gonna show you how to rebrand. All right. Talk to you. Bye bye.